our adventure at the Little River Canyon Center, or Visitor Center. Inside you'll find park rangers to learn more about the park, maps, and other helpful info. There's also a gift shop and a little theater with a short video presentation to showcase the park. If there isn't one already started, just ask the ranger at the desk and they'll start it for you. That's the back side of the visitor center, and we're walking out. This is Sierra. She's going to be our wildflower plant life guide today, and just overall guide, because she actually has been to this park a lot. She actually used to work here. So what were you saying? You said the trail goes...
Oh yeah, this goes in like a half loop, and it's going to take us around to the other side where the bridge trail starts.
Okay.
So like if you feel like we're kind of behind, we can skip this and just go straight to the bridge trail. They take classes back here, so it's not that long. It's just a little
extra
yeah
side quest. As you see, we did not walk very far, and there's already stuff here. So like, this is actually a Cherokee cabin that they brought over here. I'm kind of scared to look inside because you said there's no windows.
I'm sure it's fine.
Dark and scary.
This is not where I'm
What if there's not? No, what if there's a bear or something in here, you know? It's a bear hideout.
Oh my God, imagine.
Wow. There are lots of bears in this area, so do keep that in mind.
And now it is time for Plant Moments with Sierra.
This is one of our native ferns in this area. It's called Christmas fern, and it's because the fronds kind of look like boots that are reminiscent of the boots that Santa Claus wears. And it may also be an evergreen, which is why it's called Christmas fern, but don't cite me on that.
So this is wild ginger?
Yeah. Oh, here it is. So wild ginger has their flowers are small and low to the ground. It's not related to ginger the way we know it. It's called wild ginger because I believe the roots still have they were used as a spice similar to ginger. Yeah, the strong aromatic spicy fragrance root attracted the attention of early settlers. Contains the anti-tumor compound uracilic acid. So the cool thing about medicinal plants is that, to me, the value in identifying and learning about medicinal plants is twofold. Like, one, it can be useful in some modern day applications, and what you'll find is that a lot of plants had historic uses that maybe have been invalidated since then, or they actually have legitimate uses that have contributed to the creation of more powerful pharmaceuticals. And so it's just, I think that connecting yourself to nature via learning about plants is such a cool thing to do for yourself, because you have all this secondary knowledge that you pick up, but you also know how to look at stuff and appreciate it more. Because of the way that it is. Okay, those are not real deer. I forgot about that.
Fake deer. Don't get too excited, Mom. They're fake.
Yeah.
That's why Mom loves deer. There's a little baby deer back there too. That is funny.
Yes.
Yes. But this is really cool though. So it's like they've got all these different learning stations back here. So this is where they take all the kids for field trips and stuff. So it's a little muddy through here because it rained yesterday. It rained all day yesterday down here. But then the trail gets dry up here.
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra.
She just gasped she saw a deer in the woods that was going to run away. No, she was pointing out this plant.
Okay, so it's actually not Solomon seal.
Oh.
This is false Solomon seal.
Ooh.
And it's similar but different because on Solomon seal the flowers droop below the stem, but in false Solomon seal they actually
come to the top.
Yeah. So that's false Solomon seal, but it looks very similar. Fruit has two little dots on it that make it look like doll's eyes, and it's because two flowers arise from the same stem. So when this gets fertilized and it fruits, you can see the remnants of those two flowers in the fruit. And it used to be used for something. It's in my medical book.
Okay, so now we're back here. So see, we started the trail that way, looped around. Now we're here, and now we're gonna get on What'd you say the name of the trail was?
Bridge trail.
The Ridge Trail.
Bridge
Trail. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not tour guide today. So the Bridge Trail, this takes us under the bridge, right? So the main road goes over this way. We're going to go under that bridge.
Yep, and then come up and then walk across the bridge.
Oh yeah, we end up walking across the bridge too. I forgot about that.
So, yeah, into that. And this is just overflow parking, and this is the trail.
Now I see the name. Okay, so yeah, there's the center where we started. So that's the one that we just did, that loop. And now we're here, going this way. So we're gonna come down, go under the bridge, and then up on the other side of it,
Yep.
and then go down. And then we'll be able to see there's a waterfall right here. So, and that is that Canyon? What's that name of that waterfall?
Little River Falls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's Little River Falls, and then we're gonna hike further downstream is Little Falls.
Yes, it used to be called Martha's Falls, but that's not the original name. That's more of a local
folklore.
Local like secondhand name. The like historic name for this is Little River Falls and Little Falls.
Mm-hmm.
So they changed it a few years ago to make it historically accurate.
Oh, interesting. Hey, can you tell me what this is, Sierra?
I don't know.
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra.
Three-lobed leaf, and then you have the mitten leaf, and then you have the regular leaf. And sassafras root tea is very similar to root beer in flavor.
Interesting.
And it also contains mild carcinogens.
Oh.
And actually the same way that root beer does.
It's a little wet. But we have this to keep us dry. Sort of. It's a little waterfall. Is that the little falls?
Yeah, that's the little bitty falls. You found it. Good job, buddy.
Oh, that's deep.
Oh.
You might not want to step there. Oh, it's sticky.
You stepped everywhere but the rock.
Yeah, me and rocks have more hate than love relationship.
No love lost.
Yeah, me and rocks don't get along. It's ironic because I'm like,
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra.
Oh, Trillium. Okay. So that
oh yeah,
is-
I know Trillium.
That's this one. And you can
Yeah.
still see the remnants of the flower.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because those were blooming like a month ago.
So, here's one. Here's one that still has a bit of color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is probably considered a spring ephemeral. So they bloom early and they're short-lived.
Oh, we get to cross this. Oh no. Oh no. You get to see my fear of rocks play out. That's the downside of like waterfall hiking after it's rained. It's like, yeah, the waterfalls are bigger, but then like that means the creeks are too, and more rock hopping, and that's slippery. I don't like this. Like, not really the trail of the path to take, but oh, we're literally walking the creek down.
That's why I like to wear sandals when I'm out here, because I don't
Yeah.
want to get wet. Which, if you don't want to get your feet wet, then you're going to be in muddy.
Right. That's I usually hike in that in the summertime, but I didn't really feel it today. So here, oh good, we're parting ways. I'm glad to see that.
No, this is the bridge where we start to go under the highway.
Okay. So all this water right here makes a huge waterfall. We're about, no, just kidding. It makes its contribution. But you can hear the waterfall. You can see the water down there. But the falls are on the other side. Oh, there's, whatchamacallit, rhododendron.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so now we are going under the road.
Oh,
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra.
look. This is another rhododendron. This is called
Oh yeah,
Mountain Laurel.
Mountain Laurel.
And then this is oak leaf hydrangea, which is a native hydrangea. It's the state flower, I think. No, the state flower is something that's not even native. It's like a gardenia or something.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
They pick something that's not even native. That makes
But
no
like,
sense.
if we did have a true native flower, it would be the oak leaf hydrangea.
Let's see. So you can't see much from here, but when we get up there, you'll be able to see a little better. There's the waterfall. Right there.
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra.
I'm not sure if that's Queen Anne's lace or, God, there's another one that's similar to it that's really poisonous.
Ooh, what's that purple one down there?
That looks like either henbit or dead nettle. I can't remember which one it is. That's a common, like, more thought of as like a weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most beautiful flowers are weeds. There's some daisies up there.
Yeah. This is red clover. Actually native to this area.
Yeah, that's another like common weed. Like, we have that in our yard. I really love that they consider, so like the visitor center is over there on the other side of the highway, and they consider, hey, you need to safely walk to the falls. Instead of having you cross the highway, we went under it. So it's really cool that they did that for safety, and it's more scenic too. But now we are doing a little road walk. We'll cross the bridge, which also gives you a good viewpoint, and then on the other side we'll walk down, or we'll be able to see the base of the falls, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so down there is where we were. Now we're up here. There's benches up here. It's really nice. You can see the mist coming off the waterfall. And so that's where we're hiking to down there, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So another option if you don't want to hike from the visitor center is you can park over here where there's a sign for Little River Falls, and there's this huge parking lot. So that makes it easy to park and then visit. And for right now, you don't have to pay for any of this, but they are working on a fee system. Not sure the details of that yet, but just always double check when you're visiting somewhere you're unfamiliar with online to make sure you're prepared in case there are fees for the park or anything like that. So we just came from there. There, you can walk down there, but then it takes you to like the top of the falls and just like right at the water. But again, don't try to swim. Don't get in the water really. It's kind of funny that they let you go down there because this is very dangerous, especially right now with how high the water is. Another thing to know is there's regular bathrooms in the visitor center, and then there's pit toilets here in this parking lot. So you are covered if you need to go to the bathroom. You just park here. Unless you want fully plumbed bathroom, then you'll want to go to the visitor center. So there's picnic area back here at Little Falls Trail, which we're going to go to later, but we're not actually going to go this way. So now we're here at the trailhead for Little River Falls. So we're going to go see that. We were up there. Now we're going to go down to here. Okay, so now we are making it down the main trail. Just go under that gazebo shelter thing. Oh, that connects. I didn't realize that. So you could go that other boardwalk way too down. But so that way goes to Little Falls. This way goes to Little River Falls. So that's where we're headed.
And this also connects to the bridge that's down here. So all these trails sort of converge
Okay.
at the south.
Okay, so really all trails lead to wherever you're wanting to go down here. That's good since there's not like trail signs, so that can be a little confusing.
Yeah.
This is a nice paved trail too. Of course there's stairs, so it's accessible. If you're in a wheelchair, you can go the other way. This way is shorter because of the stairs, but you can go the longer way and go down the ramps. So anybody can come see these falls. Wow. Look, there's a little mini waterfall over there.
So we're going to see something like this on the rim road. There's a fall called Grace's High Falls, and it's like this, but it's on this side of the canyon.
Okay.
So we'll be able to pull it an overlook and see it from the other side of the canyon coming down.
This is nice. You could have like a little picnic here by the falls.
Don't become the next victim.
Oh my. No, don't.
Yeah.
When it says don't enter, don't enter. Okay, so we're saying bye to Little River Falls, and now we're hiking down? It's a little, I said that like a question because we're clearly going up right now.
Yeah, we'll go up a bit and then we'll go back down.
But yeah, as you can see, this is the ramp. So this is the ramp you could take down if you do need wheelchair access, and you can see everything. That's really cool. So this is where the rest of the ramp comes down that I showed you earlier. And this is the way that you go that connects to the trail for Little Falls that I showed you earlier that I said not to go down because you end up connecting to it here. So it just goes up that way to the parking lot. But the ramp's just easier. You can go either way, really. I don't think it makes that big of a difference.
So yeah, this is where we're going to.
Okay, so there's Little Falls. And they keep highlighting how important it is to, how many people die here. So
137 stone steps straight down to the river.
Oh, lovely. So yeah, this is one that's not for the faint of heart. So it's 3/4 mile just to get down there. Another 3/4 mile back up. This one is not wheelchair accessible, as you can see. But but it's great that, I mean, Little River Falls was the big one. That's the most scenic one that everybody wants to see anyways. So that's great that they've made it so that anybody can access it. Oh no, not another creek crossing. I know I sound dramatic, but that really was a big step for me anyways. Oh no, not another creek crossing. So coming here post-rain might not be the best idea.
It's gonna become a hole in the ground.
What?
It's crazy.
Wow. Might not be the best move. I mean, you'll get to see beautiful waterfalls, but like, you also have this to deal with. So, you know, take that as you will. Another thing I forgot to note was the big falls that we just saw. It's like almost nothing in the summertime. So late summer, early fall, when we are basically in our drought season, they hardly get any rain. And whoa. Okay, so the trail goes that way. Where is that going? Who knows? Don't go down there.
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra, but found by Amanda.
Okay, what is that one?
Ooh, that is...
I've heard devil shoestring.
Hold on.
And then I looked it up and I was like, that's not
Hold
what
on.
it is at all.
This is definitely in the book. This is fire pink, I'm pretty sure.
That's right, yes. No, I'm the one being distracted by plants. Up.
Okay, that's really muddy.
Yes, and very slippery. No, because I'm filming myself right now. You can see where Sierra slid right here.
Yep.
It's a good distance. Don't do that. Some would say Sierra's not wearing the proper shoes for hiking, but yeah, but not Sierra. She's wearing Chacos, so you know. I usually choose that for my summer sandals if I'm gonna go to like, if I'm hiking to a swimming hole or something like that, or there's a lot of creek crossings like here, I will actually choose that shoe, but it's not the best, it doesn't have the best traction. As I was trying to say, during the summer months at the big falls, when we get, you know, less rain around here and everything, they are not as strong flowing as you just saw. In fact, a lot of times it'll dry up quite a bit to where there's only like a couple little sections that are flowing and that's it. And like at the top, instead of being like all river, there's a lot of dry spots and rock out there, which is also dangerous because people like to walk out there and think that they can hang out there in the middle of the river, which technically you can, but it's weird because it's like
You're not
during
supposed to get any closer than 50 feet from the edge.
yeah, so why the trail down to the water there is where it is because it's 50 feet or over 50 feet from the edge of the waterfall, because that's the rule for the parks, is that don't get within 50 feet of the edge of the waterfall, which I did not know that rule. Definitely broken that at Fall Creek Falls. So it's just a safety rule, because if something were to happen and you were to slip and fall, where are you gonna go? Like, most likely you're gonna fall off the edge and die. So we don't want that to happen. That's why they have signs everywhere here about safety and everything, and where not to go and stuff, and how many people die and get injured, and search and rescue, all that not fun stuff. And it's just simply because people do things that are careless. Is it a dangerous park? No. but you are the person that makes it dangerous if you do something stupid. So don't be that person. This section of trail is very rocky and wet right now, but should be mindful of that. Which the park ranger did tell us to be careful. She said this hike would be slippery because of all the rocks. There's rock steps that we're going to be coming up to, and that's where things get a little bit dicey. That's one other thing. I was like, there's no blazes out here, but I guess this is the blaze. Interesting. Now you know what to look for here, because it's not the same as like a Tennessee state park or anything. There's another little side trail. I'm not going that way. It's so flooded. All these trails, wow. This looks dangerous.
Yep.
Carefully do the little side step situation here. Okay. Oh goodness. Yeah, there's just like way too much water on this hike. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend coming here right after a rain. Now maybe a few days after a rain would be good. All that will drain. Okay, so we're here where the trail turns a little bit. Apparently, back in the day, there used to be a parking lot for Little Falls, so you could access it from over here. But they've since closed it just because they wanted to expand from Little River Falls, expand that parking lot, and all the things that they did, so they ended up closing this one. Yeah, this area is closed to foot traffic. They don't want you going up that trail at all. But it's also a maintenance trail, so the Park Service will actually drive down here as needed to do different various things. And of course there's trash cans. That's the trail down to the bottom of the falls that we are about to embark on. Okay, so after a good rain, this is pretty cool. A little rock bridge across all the creeks going on here. Oh, but then I have to... That was fun while it lasted. Now I'm scared.
Yeah, I was gonna recommend maybe.
So we're going down there, and there's water, and you know Amanda doesn't like that. And I know you as the viewer is like, hey, there's dry over there, and like, it's not a big deal. But...
I recommend not trying your course while you're doing this, but at your own risk.
Ooh, that moves. I don't like it. Yeah, this is why people are like, wait, how do you even do that? Because my hands are full. There are situations where I will put stuff in my pockets and
So you
put
can
things
see
away,
the
but...
point here that they use for rescues.
Oh, so when they have to do search and rescue stuff, they will latch themselves on there, put themselves in a harness to be able to go down and get people.
Yep.
Crazy. I don't like this because this is wet. The rest of it, though,
Would it make you feel better if I went ahead of you? It's not very slick.
That's what you think. I find things that are slick for no reason, and I'm telling you, this is my fear. Like, I don't like rocks. I don't know what it is. Okay. I think the scary part's behind us now, just about. Whew. All right. I'm free. Trips and falls. Oh, she did say that. The park ranger did warn about tripping. Don't trip up here because it's a long way down. But, okay, yeah, this is not bad. This is like Foster Falls, if you've not been there. Definitely recommend, but this is what you could expect.
Coming up sucks so much worse.
Well, obviously. And same for Foster Falls. But that's funny. There's like, we're going to follow that the whole way down. There's a bench. A moment of appreciation for this. Look, this huge rock, and they carved steps into it. Like, that is lovely. Because, like, this is steep. And there wouldn't be really a safe way around it otherwise. Like, literally where we came from, there's a waterfall. So apparently Little Falls is right there over the edge. Which is hard to tell from this angle. But you could normally walk down there, but right now the water's so high, it's so flooded, probably not a good idea to walk down there. But this is crazy. And apparently in the summertime, when there's less water, of course, this is dried up a lot further, and you can walk all the way down and around and stuff, and apparently people love to come here to hang out, bring their coolers and everything, so like this is a very popular space to be in the summer. Okay, so the lower part on the other end, I guess, is deeper water, so that's usually where people go to swim. So So yeah, normally this is like basically dry in the summer. If you look at pictures online, which I'll insert one here, but you can see like for right now, tons of water right here, the waterfall, and then the river basin over there. And then insert a picture here of from online during the summertime where this is all dry, and then a swimming hole right there. It's crazy different. So now we get to go back up that, and that's the trail up there. So this is honestly the hardest part, was getting down that, but it's not too bad. Right now, especially when it's as wet as it is. And then down here is dangerous, and some spots where there's a lot of water runoff that way, and those rocks are really slick. A lot of algae and stuff growing there. So, but in the summertime, you can normally get over there a lot easier and safer, and enjoy the swimming hole over there. But today, it's just a raging river all the way around. It's just crazy. So, visitor center is over there, and now we are across the street to eat lunch at the Canyon Cafe. So here we have Little River Falls overlook. So you're a lot further downstream, as you can see, but it's a beautiful overlook of the falls in the distance. That's where we were earlier today. And there's a viewfinder here. It's a regular viewfinder. It's not a colorblind viewfinder, but still cool because you get like a close-up view of the waterfalls, which I can kind of show you. There you go. So that's what the viewfinder sees. So we are now at Lynn Overlook. As you can see, some big potholes in the gravel here, but nothing super major. And then there's a parking area over here and an overlook. But we walked to look at flowers at the front of the park. Didn't see anything of major interest, so we're walking back.
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra.
See the cactus leaves?
Oh yeah. So that's prickly pear, cactus. Which, last I checked, I don't like. I tried some, I think it was kombucha. It was kombucha that was that flavor, and I did not care for the flavor because it was very florally.
Yeah.
And here in the middle of the road is Mushroom Rock, which is just crazy to me. Here's the other side of Mushroom Rock. It's still, I find it hilarious that it's literally in the median. And unfortunately, people graffiti it, and they have to sandblast it every once in a while, and every time they sandblast it, pieces of rock get eroded away, and eventually there will be no more Mushroom Rock. Just know, like, anywhere you visit like this, don't write on stuff. Like, don't do that. Because there's no point in doing it. And it's more harmful than good. Ends up being hurtful. And we would like to be able to come out to places like this. And eventually we won't be able to because of that. So, this is such a cool spot. So that's how you can walk around to where we parked on the other side of Mushroom Rock.
It's time for another Plant Moments with Sierra.
It was used as a poultice to heal cuts and wounds. Galax or ceolata.
Beetleweed.
Yeah, Galax is how I know it, but beetleweed's one of those more backwoods common names.
Now we are at Canyon View Overlook. And then you can see the next overlook over there.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
there's kayakers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going over that waterfall, too. Woo, that looks cold. With all the rain we've had. That's why this says it's a seasonal waterfall, because it's not always flowing. But with all the rain, oh yeah, look at it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can see zoomed in.
Yeah.
And there's another viewfinder here, so you can get a better view. Or you can use the zoom on your phone like I do.
Yeah. It's Alabama's highest above-ground waterfall.
I am back home. Realized I forgot to close out this video. So that is actually a national park that is closer to Chattanooga than Great Smoky Mountains. Most people hear about Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and like it's very popular and people think like that's the closest, but if you really look, there's other options. And so Little River Canyon is one of those. It's not as big as Great Smoky Mountains and maybe not like as elaborate, but there's definitely some cool things to check out. You can easily spend a whole day there, and it's only like an hour and maybe hour 15 minutes from Chattanooga. So it's not too far, and it's a perfect day trip. I think I covered everything pretty well in the video. If I missed anything, or like details, so like trail links and stuff like that, directions, maps, photos, all that stuff will be in my blog post, which is linked below. And that is pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.